What?
Do you think I'm dumb?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I was just checking.
Slumber has made a response. And before actually breaking down the video, I've brought someone along to show this shit show, and that is Vera. You guys might know him as Veracity, YumeVera.
Yo, what's up, people? This is my first time in months doing one of these, so this will be fun, if it goes well, that is.
Slumber's video is fundamentally broken, so me and Vera will explain why.
Hey everyone, today I'm uploading my commentary on Akumu. This is once again in text-to-speech due to me beginning to feel increasingly uncomfortable with my voice for personal reasons and stuff that's unrelated. But seriously, bro, you think you've got such a big brain, but you didn't expect this one coming, you little broken condom, piss-poor pull-out game fetus.
I entirely expected this. The best part is, you're nothing to worry about. There was no big brain, I simply knew you're stupid enough to respond, let alone the fact you said you would.
I'm about to throw you down the stairs just like my mom probably did when I was 2 years old, you little cocklord. So let's begin.
Okay, heads up guys, I kind of do have a cold, so I might sound a little bit different, as well as I'm using a different type of mic. I'm using Bluetooth headphones because I don't have the mic with me. So this random YouTuber named Slumber made a video on me. Why? Well, because a friend of mine made a comment on a video about a drama I know nothing of. Apparently something to do with like a Dan Stein, and mentioned me for some reason. Now apparently this user was in my comment section. I don't really recognize them.
Are you talking about Lugia? If that's the case, you just said he was your friend. This would just be you attempting to deflect any criticism that this point will be important to later on. If you're talking about me, you should have specified me.
Trying to nitpick the video, attempt 1. Specified you. You do realize this is the beginning of the video. I am literally talking about what you did. You, Slumber, made a rant because someone mentioned me. You've talked shit about me since June in 2 live streams in situations that had nothing to do with me, so you clearly already knew of my existence.
Very much commentary on that, and that's like the main video I would have commentated on if I were her. I mean, granted, she did commentate on Akumu, and Akumu has like what 72 subscribers, but his video on Madame and how she's quote unquote being lied on or some shit like that is just, it's very popular, and if I remember correctly, there are a ton of dislikes, so that's great.
Like a dot was fake and Akumu, and one of them also I have these 2 Sims. One of them is named Akumu and one of them is named Dan Stein, and both of them are fucking idiots and they're awful people for the most part. So yeah, and then the therapist just kind of sits.
Anyways, they seem to be under the impression I would send Lugia out to their channel to start drama, when honestly I didn't even remember them.
Akumu, given your history of harassing multiple minors, especially slimmers, I don't think it'd be unreasonable to assume you asked someone of a 0 IQ, someone of the same IQ you possess, to harass someone for you. Especially considering the fact that you've had a history of using alt accounts to further harassment of slimmers.
Given my history of harassing multiple minors? Wrong. I love how you use minor as if to try and emphasize or worsen it. The best part is, I didn't harass anyone. I had 3, technically now 4, interactions with slimmers. There is no history of harassment. Not only that, but it's been stated dozens of times the accounts weren't made specifically for slimmers. They were made to prevent my removal. If you're gonna make a commentary, do some research. So they made this unscripted rant filled with hypocrisy and misinformation.
I can say the same about your video, Akumu. You constantly demean me and never elaborate while simultaneously make claims that contradict your own statements. You also act like me having a hate boner for Madam is as bad as having a hate boner for slimmers, when, I'm sorry, disliking someone who tried to dox a minor shouldn't be that bad, but okay.
I play by my own rules. Nobody else's. Not even my own.
Casually passes off hypocrisy, while admitting hypocrisy, with an absolutely ridiculous and biased excuse. Simply put, if you're gonna use Madam's actions as an example of her personality, you have to do the same for slimmers. That's the double standard I've been talking about. Now, before you try and say I'm continuing it or continuing
You're continuing the drama.
no.
Granted, she did commentate on Akumu, and Akumu has like what 72 subscribers, but his video on Madame and how she's quote unquote being lied on or some shit like that is just it's very popular, and if I remember correctly, there are a ton of dislikes, so that's great. Two Sims, one of them is named Akumu and one of them is named Dan Stein, and both of them are fucking idiots and they're awful people for the most part, so yeah.
Hey Michael, if you're watching this, when did you become a Leafy clone? I mean, if you wanna play that game, Akumu, Madam is a self-proclaimed Leafy is here Walmart knockoff that's more expensive and poorly made than the original.
Why would I care? No, seriously. Why would I care about Madam being a Leafy clone? She's a Leafy clone. Everyone knows this. I don't watch Madam. I never was a fan. I was never subscribed to her. A group of YouTubers have banded together in a futile attempt to come after me.
But when? And who are the group's members and associates? You never clarify, so we, the audience, are left guessing who the members are. You implicate that it's me who's a member, but no. Nobody in their right mind would make an Akumu hate group. That's a waste of time. Also, you never show screenshots of this group even existing, so why should I believe a single damn word you say, Akumu?
Nitpicking attempt 2. If I knew the group, I would have specified. My knowledge was limited at the time, and it was clearly mentioned to inform my audience future videos about the situation and others prolonging the drama would happen. It's common sense. I never implicated you were a member. You're far too dull, your content isn't well researched or scripted, you're mediocre at best. The likelihood of you being in that group is extremely low.
Now, this point here is like the only good point so far, being as thanks to research, this collab group is actually making a video on Yandere Dev. When you put it that way, in fact, that makes this not even a good point, but just a misconception. Shocker.
State it's a rant, not a commentary, so the fact you put this standard on it that is a commentary is stupid.
Wrong. Rants are still edited, and they still have outline points people want to hit. Ironically, look at Leafy's rants. If you're gonna ramble with so's and tisks, you can at least learn to cut out useless or irrelevant audio to get to the point. You tried to nitpick my video and failed terribly.
It would have been.
Admitting it's not me, yet makes a video about me.
If I didn't explain this in the video, I got reminded about your existence.
Interesting. You got reminded of my existence. Yet you were talking shit about me in 2 situations that didn't involve me. That's why Lugia mentioned me in the first place. He saw the streams of you talking shit.
And wanted to make a commentary, or in this case, a rant. Bro, your videos are actual trash, like bro. I don't understand, like, I can make a video about you if I fucking want. The only people who shouldn't have the right to speak on things because they fuck up so badly their parents wish they'd aborted them are you, Sly, and Dan Stein, the latter of which is an important name, trust me.
Get into this deep, it's clear you have a hate boner for Madam.
This is what I was referring to earlier. She tried to dox a fucking minor, you shitlord. I have the right to be upset. They didn't do the same thing. Madam did something awful trying to release someone's personal information while Slimmers commented publicly instead of privately. Yeah, doesn't sound like the same thing.
Again, hypocrisy. You claim I have a hate boner for Slimmers, for pointing out her faults, yet quite literally admit to having one for Madam. No matter your excuse, it's hypocrisy. Slimmers lied about telling her age and technically committed perjury. She also condoned the hate to continue on Madam. So no, she is not any better if you're using actions as a show of character.
I guess to show evidence now and screenshots for the first time in forever.
Now the claim I haven't showed evidence. I have shown evidence and screenshots in literally every video responding to someone. Here's evidence of me showing evidence. Kinda meta.
The joke was that you occasionally either show incorrect evidence or misconstrue evidence to either fit a narrative or because you read it wrong. All of the above are awful, and the fact that I have to fucking explain the joke is hilarious to me. I'm just not gonna show evidence because I think that's funny. Despite in his Slimmers rant, he decides to not read the second definition of steal because he either forgot it was there or didn't read it to fit a narrative.
Now, this one just sucks. Like, come on, you claim he doesn't show evidence, then he shows evidence of showing evidence, then you backtrack claiming it was a joke about how some of his evidence isn't exactly the best? If that were the case, why would you say he doesn't show evidence instead of saying from the beginning that some of his evidence is invalid? I don't know, sounds like an excuse, which is sad considering you give him an actual point in this very video. Come on now.
Like,
Why do you expect me to talk about Akumu? Good question. In honesty, Lugia most likely baited you, and seeing how you were pissed and 100% convinced it was me, you fell for the trap. He's a notorious troll. Why do you expect me to talk about Akumu in a rant video on Akumu?
You never do actually explain why this is stupid.
The fact I have to explain this speaks levels. I find it funny another user who covered our drama could actually understand why I shouldn't have to explain it. If I make a video on Ben 10 or say, I talk about something else that's completely irrelevant like spaghetti, it's just stupid. It's a video about me, so you're expected to talk about me. Who's the idiot again? Because someone was butthurt over the very mention of my name.
I may have compared you to Dan or made analogies between you two, but I never dragged you into the drama. Where did you get that kind of ridiculously stupid idea?
You never dragged me into the drama. Really? You made 3 videos about me over Lugia mentioning me in a comment. You mentioned me in situations that had nothing to do with me. You quite literally dragged me into it.
according to the wonderful people that are Ponder, Sprocket, and Nezzy Monster, if you wanna make the claim, you can, that she technically did. It just happened that Summers could change her information.
Now this is what I'm talking about, the notion I'm obsessed with her. Now it's strange this was edited in after she says thanks for watching, but I suspect it's because I recently tagged Slumbers in 2 tweets, followed her, liked, and retweeted her art. If I had a hate boner, why would I tell her I wasn't there to terrorize? That we both said some things to one another and I didn't take it to heart. If anything, that's just me trying to move on.
I love how you mentioned Twitter, because 1, you could have simply separated art from the artist, and 2, that doesn't prove shit other than you liked and retweeted her art. I also don't have Twitter, so that doesn't work. What? Lying to their audience like maybe I should read all the definitions of a word before making a claim of what context is being used to determine the meaning and thus what the word means.
Lying to their audience as in lying about me deleting accounts and tweets because of a single tweet where I stated I might have to prevent my account getting banned. Like I said, Slumber, research. You stand no chance.
What you've done and the ambitions, you do seriously surprise me.
Thank you, Chef. I was hoping you'd see that. I mean, I'd give it all I got. Give you 110.
You surprise me to how shit you are.
Thank you.
To hang myself, off and left.